Arrow through the heart Valentine's Day cupcakes with Kool-Aid frosting.
Let's see what's cooking. Let's get the facts. Let's see what's cooking. It's time for Yo-Yo Facts 12.
Hello everyone. The first thing I did was I made a template. I just drew this freehand onto some paper. If you don't want to do this, you can go and do a Google image search for arrows and hearts and print them out and use that. I put it on a cookie sheet and then covered the paper with a piece of waxed paper. Then I melted some chocolate. Actually, I used candy melts for this, and I put it in a disposable piping bag. Now the ones I have come to a very nice point, so I just filled it up and cut the end off of the piping bag, but you can use a Ziploc bag as well. And then draw out your arrow pieces. Now you can do this freehand as well, but if you're doing a whole bunch of cupcakes, if you want them all to be the same size, a template is very useful for that purpose. And then once you draw one section out, just move the paper over and then draw the next set. Just keep in mind that once these harden, you'll have to peel them off the wax paper. So if your shapes are very, very thin, they may break when you're peeling them. So keep that in mind. And make sure you do lots of extras in case you do have things that break. And I decided to do a freestanding heart with an arrow going through it. And after I was done all the shapes, I just popped that in the refrigerator and everything was hardened within 5 minutes. And now on to the Kool-Aid frosting. I actually found this idea on Pinterest. I've had it pinned there for about a year, looking forward to trying it. So I'll give you a link in the description box if you want to go check that out. So 1 cup of butter that's been softened or it's been brought to room temperature. I beat that little bit and then I added some powdered sugar. Original recipe asks for 6.5 cups. I wanted to make a little bit less frosting, so I used about 4.5 to 5 cups of powdered sugar. And then you add some milk. Now, because I've been making frosting a long time, I just pour it in until I get the texture that I like. The original recipe asks for 1/4 cup of milk for the 6.5 cups of powdered sugar. And once that was beaten, I added 1 envelope of Kool-Aid drink mix, and then I beat it on high until it was very, very light and very fluffy. And it turned out to be this wonderful, beautiful pink color that I just adored. Another thing I should add about this frosting is I used salted butter. If you don't use salted butter, you need to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt to your recipe. Now for the strawberries, wash and dry your strawberries, trim off the caps, and then slice the strawberry in half. Now strawberries are sort of heart-shaped to begin with, at least some of them are, but you just need to carve your strawberry to look more like a heart. And to do this, you just kind of cut a V shape at the top and then just trim the top or the sides to make it look like a heart shape. Just like that. Now I piped the frosting onto my cupcakes using a 1M tip. It's my favorite one. It makes the perfect cupcake frosting ruffle as far as I'm concerned. Now if you don't have piping bags and tips, you can just as easily put the frosting on the cupcakes using a spatula or a butter knife. That works too. And pretty red or pink cupcake liners would probably be the best for Valentine's Day. Now to decorate, put your heart-shaped strawberry on top of the frosting and then add the arrow pieces that you made before. And just kind of tuck the arrow pieces, the front of the arrow and the back of the arrow, underneath the strawberry to make it look like it's going through the heart. There it is, simple but really cute. And here's the freestanding heart that I made. And I made that long piece at the bottom of the heart so that you can push it into the cupcake. Just like that. And here's a few of the cupcakes that I made. Actually, upon reflection, I think that the black liners actually look kind of nice with the pink frosting and makes a nice contrast. Now keep in mind, whenever you're dealing with strawberries that have been cut like this, and when they're in contact with something with sugar, like the frosting, the strawberries will soften a little bit and will start to seep juice over time. So it's always best to make and serve these on the same day, or add the strawberries just before you're going to serve them. Now a couple notes about the frosting itself. This is the first time I used Kool-Aid to flavor and tint buttercream frosting. It works very well. It gives it a beautiful pink color, and you certainly have a very nice, strong cherry flavor in this frosting. So if you're going to use it, make sure you pair it with a cupcake that is milder in flavor, like a vanilla cupcake or even maybe a chocolate cupcake. There's a couple other things I noted about this frosting, and I will put those in the About section below. So if you choose to make this, go check it out before you try. Thanks so much for watching. Here's another cupcake that you may want to try for Valentine's Day. It is a giant Hershey's Kiss cupcake. This video forms part of a special Valentine's Day playlist. So if you want to watch this video or if you want to see the playlist, go ahead and click right on your screen or see the links in the About section below. Bye-bye.